update the user profile as well. You can create and view posts. There's some limitations there, which I will share with you. And then you can host it on the internet, so you can share that URL with someone, or if you have a domain, you can put it on your domain as a subdomain. So like app.thisismydomain.com. And then you can gamify. We'll even gamify what the application does. So if you communicate with someone, you get points. So there's this. You're promoting people to actually use that platform. And it's all free. There's no credit cards required, which is like insane, isn't it? How many of you are tired of using your credit cards on websites? Yeah. Exactly, all of us. I hate providing my credit card, especially because I like all these charges on my credit card, and I hate calling the bank for it. So I was like, no more. Let's do this. High level. What are we going to use? We're going to use Google's AI Studio. So compared to all these other platforms, Google's AI Studio is one that I liked because they have a generous free tier, and I love free. And Google's Firebase. Again, before this AI revolution, Google's Firebase was really popular amongst the bootstrapping community. That's what we'll call it. So you don't have to pay anything to actually create an account. You don't have to put a credit card. And there's so much documentation out there. People love it. Google's Firebase. And then there's something called NPM, which is like a node package manager, something that's like code heavy, but you don't have to do any coding, but we're going to be using it. So it's free to install again. Just search NPM, install, and it'll give you the directions. And then there's something called anti-gravity. It's essentially like Notepad. How many of you know what Notepad is? Yeah, it's like a text editor, but it's just fancy, it just looks cool. And it's created by Google. So they're like, hey, let's make this fancy text editor, and it's allow you to use AI within the text editor. So it's kind of cool, but it's again free. And there's zero custom backend code, zero paid services. Boom. What does no code actually mean? So unlike every other no code thing that I've seen, you actually own the code. No code generally means you don't own that code. We're not going to give it to you. Go cry somewhere else. And so I hate using no code platforms. But this one, you don't put any code, but you actually will get the code. So you can use it for whatever you want. You can customize it and change it. So this is everything that you thought this talk would be. It's and more. And it's production-ready code, so you can actually put it into production. A lot of examples that I'll give you, that I'll show you, is going to be you're going to see it. And you still control, authentication, hosting, deployment. You do it by yourself. And you can extend it and edit it later if you want. So if you want to add barcode scanning or whatever, you can do that. It's not like, oh, this no-code platform doesn't have barcode scanning. You can't do it. Sorry, But no, this has literally, you can do whatever you want. So, really quick, does anyone have an idea that they want to use today, that they want to maybe publicly share, and we can do it together? I'll give you ownership if you want. No? Maybe? Yes, you? Do you have an idea that you want us to use to build a social media platform with?
Sure.
What is this?
Okay, so I got this idea.
Yeah.
And I figured more positive people I'm around,
yeah,
the easier it is for me to be positive.
Yeah.
Right? So what I want to do is just send out an alert to my family members, or my friends, or people that I know, just to remind them to be their best self that day.
I like it. I like it.
And I used to actually text and send them out, whatever. But now I want to be able to just send them out to as many people as I want.
All right. Okay. So a wall where you can share with people, be the best, positive thoughts. So it's like a positivity social media app. Do you have a name for it?
Yeah. Who you being? No. That's your real.
Okay.
No. Who you being? That's it. Who you being?
Who you been?
Right.
All right. Cool. All right. So the first step is done. We have our idea. Okay. The second step is Firebase. So Firebase, like I said, it's free to use. We're actually going to go in and we're going to create a project in Firebase. It's free. We're going to create a web app within that project. It's all drag and drop. I mean, clicks. So you'll be able to see it. And then we enable web and email and password authentication. You can choose Apple authentication, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about any of that stuff for now. Once we create the Firebase project, we go into AI Studio, and then we put in the prompt. We're going to take that idea and create a prompt out of it, and we're going to hit submit. And then it's going to generate the code. We're going to download it, and then we're going to deploy it. Boom, that's it. It's that easy, okay? So that's all we're doing today. All right, what was the first step? Brainstorm idea, yeah, we did that. Now, we're going to Firebase. So you go to Firebase, you don't need a credit card. Is there a credit card? Sorry, the HTML cord is kind of short, so I'll have to sit down. All right, how do you spell who you've been?
WHO.
WHO?
YOU.
YOU?
BEING.
BEING. Who you being?
Right.
All right, this is awesome. So yeah, you create the project. I do not enable Gemini. Okay, I don't want to use my credit card. Hit continue. Google Analytics, sure, it's free. Create a project. Okay. Hopefully not all of you are doing this, so this is going to be fast over here. And then, in the meantime, we're going to work on our prompt. So I'm going to look for a prompt that I've had in the past to create this app. I'm going to share it with you all so you can see who you being. Let me increase the font size. All right, project is ready. So going back to Firebase. Remember, I created the project on Firebase, it took some time, and now I create a web app. So I can create all these different things, I don't care about the rest. Web app is what I'm creating. I call the web app Who You Being Web App. You can put any name that you want, it doesn't matter. I say yes, I want to host it on Firebase because I love free, and I want to host it for free. I say register, and come on. Okay, yeah, there we go. So you see this over here? This is the secret sauce that you guys don't get anywhere else. Like, you use any other tool, you won't get this. This is, and you obviously don't share this with anyone either. This is your Firebase config, which means like the configuration details for your database storage, for your authentication, all this other stuff. This is like all you need. So you take that, you go in to your prompt, and you paste it over here in the prompt. And I'll explain the prompt in a little bit. Okay, but you want to put this in your prompt as well. Once that is done, you just say next. It tells you other stuff. I don't care, all of this stuff. And then the third thing that you want to do with Firebase, like I said, is enable authentication for email and password. So I go to build authentication, say get started, email and password, and I say enable. Okay? There's a lot of different options. We don't care about this right now. We don't have any time left. Once this is over, like there's other stuff there too. I don't care about the rest. What were the steps? Oh my gosh, I need to watch my own video. Here. So we finished Firebase. So we finished all of this. Now all we need to do is paste that config into the AI prompt, which we did. And now we have to change the AI prompt. All right, so we're going to say build a modern and animated app, I'll say, or web app, called Who You Being, that is being used for Detroit residents, you'd say, for now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Who You Being for Detroit residents? Detroit residents who want to spread positivity with other Detroiters. Okay? And users should be able to sign up with their email address, a secure password. What information do you want to take from them? Do you want to take like apart from their name, what other information do you want to take from them? Do you want to take their city, state, or nothing?
Yeah.
Their interests, maybe?
Say that again.
Their interests, like are they
That
interested in
sounds
fishing?
good.
Okay. All right.
Zodiac sign.
Their zodiac sign, yeah. So we want to stay away from taking something called PII, which is like Personally identifiable information. So we don't want their date of birth, because now you can be like, oh, this person's like spreading positivity. He's a national security threat. You know what I mean? So we don't want to take anything that personally identifies them. Okay. So we'll take their zodiac sign because that doesn't say anything about anybody. We'll take their nickname. Okay. So we don't want their name either. And a choice of an animal emoji. So we won't take their face either because I suck at taking profile pictures and people think I'm ugly naturally. So I just use an animal. Okay, animals are not ugly.
How about current mood?
Yeah, current mood. That's great. And then and anything else? Anyone else has a suggestion for who you being? Who you being at? All right, sounds perfect. This is great. So we don't want to take their first name and last name. We take their nickname, email address, password, zodiac sign, current mood, and a choice of an animal emoji.
I have a question.
Yes.
I think he had mentioned he wanted it just with your family or friends that you know. How do you incorporate that into your spec?
Yeah. So for now, we'll just make it for everybody.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So Detroit is one big family. Yeah, but you could do that too. You can have it to where you can just say, oh yeah, make sure that I have to add people in order for them to be able to see and accept you in order to be able to see that.
Okay.
Yeah. But then if you don't have anybody, it's like you're not going to see anything for a while. Yeah. I mean, whatever you want. I'm not gatekeeping this. This is free. Okay. But I'm just building one so you guys can test it as well. So I'll actually ask you guys to log into the page and you guys can create accounts. And we, who you being together, right? So users should be able to log in and reset password as well, okay? Because people forget their password. And from the Me profile page within the login, they should be able to view their information that they have shared, edit that information, log out, and delete their account. Users should also be able to see a public calendar of events, just make them.
Can they share with other people?
Share what?
The app.
Yeah. We'll build it and you can share with anyone. Yeah. We're going to do that right now, if we have time. Users should also be able to, let's remove the calendar. We'll add it later. Users should be able to see a list of all the users, okay? In a list, sorted alphabetically, in groups that can be collapsed or easy scrolling, in groups based on mood. Okay, so you can connect with all the angry people if you want. Okay, users should be able to post on a wall and not be able to comment on others' posts either. Yeah, for now we'll just say you can post on a wall, but you can't comment on other people's posts, and you can delete your own post. What else do we want to do? I think this is good enough for now. And then I'll just say, and then I specify over here the login from Firebase used is email, address, and password. Because there's so many, and it doesn't know which one I'm using. And then I say you can use whatever you find smartest to fill the blanks that I'm not provided. Okay. All right, and I think we're ready. Okay, go to AI Studio now. AI Studio is basically Gemini, but it just looks fancier for developers. You go to AI Studio, there's a button that says Build. Go over here, say Paste. And let me think about it. Did I do everything right? Yeah, modern, animated, fancy web app. Anyone have any colors that they want it to be? No, use Detroit colors. So use Detroit colors and fonts. Let's see what it thinks Detroit colors are. All right, build. There we go. Oh my God, that was a lot of work. Someone needs to give me a raise. All right, okay, so it's going to take a little bit. In the meantime, while it's doing this, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I built for people.
Well, we can get a copy of your slides. It shows us how to do this step by step.
Unfortunately, the slides don't show how to do it step by step. But I'm hoping to I was hoping to record this as a video and publish it online so people can see it.
It's actually being recorded.
Yeah, I'm recording it for you.
All right. Publish it. Or give me the
I'm
video.
sending it to you.
All right, sounds good. So this is one of the apps that websites that I've built for people who are like looking to build. I don't build websites. I've never built websites in my like years and years. But I was like, you know what? You really need one. All right, fine. I'll build one for you. And it took me like 15 minutes to build this.
What do you do for hosting? Like, you're building a site, but doesn't it require backup hosting?
Okay, great question. So if you want a domain like this, kid2kid.app is their domain. Okay, they purchased it, isn't it? I did not purchase it. I don't purchase anything. So they purchased it, and if you purchase a domain, you need to purchase hosting as well. There's a website called Hostinger, which I recommend for hosting. It's like $4 and you can host 100 websites. $4 a month. Yeah. So that's what I recommend for people. Kid2kid. And then if you want to buy a domain, it's like $10 a year. So super cheap. But I mean, I didn't just build this website, which is this landing page. If you click on login, you'll see over here it says, .web app. I know it's like extremely small, but it doesn't go to like to their website. It goes to like this Google website. No one notices it, but this is like the social media for the website that I built. I didn't charge them anything for this, so don't judge my choices. Okay, so what does it do? I'm going to log out. You can sign up over here. This is for kids. Essentially, kids who are in long-term care facilities. Usually their parents are not in the house. At the hospital because they got to work, and so they're by themselves. This essentially enables them to connect with other hospitals, other kids at the same hospital. So we don't want their email address. We want their parents' email address. We don't want their picture because they're patients at a hospital. We don't want their name. This is where they put their age. This is something about me, and then this is their hospital passkey that determines which hospital they're at. And then they can share like their Instagram, any sort of like cool links that they have. And then they hit sign up. It creates an account essentially. I'm just going to show you login because I already created an account. You go in over here, you hit login, and it shows your account, and it starts over here. It says, hey, welcome back to your happy place. This is remember the gamification that we added? It like gamifies and gives them points. It says here's a recommendation of someone that you should connect with that's either the same speciality or same age as them. And they can see the list of other people. They can click. They can actually send email, but it doesn't send it within. It goes to the browser to a different page. Events. They can see other like a virtual magic show account. They can make edits, log out, delete. Okay, anyway, so this is an example. There's a million other examples that I can give. But, oh my God, 220 seconds, come on. Oh. Yeah.
You're doing an excellent job. So what platform do you use to get started on this again? Is there a platform like, Live Coding has a platform?
Yeah, AI Studio, which is like Gemini. It's Google, AI Studio. Yeah, where do those slides go? Here. So this is what I use. It's Firebase and AI Studio are the two platforms that I use. Google Firebase, Google AI Studio. They're free. Sorry, your question. Yeah.
So for that particular example you use, so the website is one thing, but then you made the gamification app, that's the second thing.
Yes.
Okay. So with this being a free platform, is it cost per use? So when people interrogate the app, is there a cost that's behind the scenes? Is there, you get so many credits and then all of a sudden you do have to start paying for it? I know a lot of them are free up front, but then when people start to use the app, there is a cost that's associated with it.
That's a great question. So if you remember how we use emojis, okay, that was a key thing. If you try to use images can be really big in size and it's really complicated. And so you have to start paying for storage of images. But if it's just text, you can go into the gigabytes and you'll be fine, which is like, you can have like 1,000 users, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? But even if you have images, they'll ask you to provide a credit card at that point. They wouldn't used to before, but they will now. But even then, you can put like a $0.01 limit. If it goes over that, it stops. But yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, there is a limit, but it's like really, really generous because it barely takes any space. Oh my God, come on. 335 seconds? Gosh. Google. I thought you were faster. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I missed the beginning. So with Firebase, right, they ask for like bank information, but
They don't.
oh, you don't?
No, unless you use an image, unless you enable their image services. Yeah, which is why I said let's use Firebase. Yeah. Right. Oh, this one went first.
Can you also do websites that host apps that host videos like YouTube? Like if I want to create a YouTube app, which is strictly all AI videos.
Yeah. So as long as you are not hosting the videos, you're fine.
Right, but just for people to come and upload their own videos.
So if they upload their videos onto your server, yes, you got to put your credit card in, and yeah, you're basically into storage. Yeah.
Also, Firebase Studio is the one that I'm seeing two different.
I mean, I did it in front of you guys. I didn't put any credit card information in front of you guys in it. So like, I literally did it from scratch. But if you go over here back to Who You Being, our Firebase app, you click on Build, and if you go to Storage, which is the picture storage, it says Upgrade Project. Put in your billing information. You see that?
Oh,
Yeah. Until then, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I totally agree with what you're saying. People don't know about this.
Yeah.
If people knew about this, everyone would be doing it. Now you guys know. Oh, come on. Google, don't do this to me. What is this? Okay. So, oh, perfect. Yeah, so it apparently finally decided to build. And now it says, okay, you want to preview it before you actually download the code and everything. So I'm going to preview what it looks like. There we go. You can actually sign up and everything, and it's, it looks good. We'll test it together. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on Code over here. There's a button that says Code, in case people can't see because it's small. And there's a Download button, and you download it as a zip file. I know I'm running out of time. I'm sorry. It was.
It's time for you're the last one, so.
Oh.
That's so perfect.
Yeah. Let's go on for another hour. All right.
I don't know about that.
All right. So you don't need to do this step, but for any of the coders out there,